Hey guys, welcome back to the Afternoon Club. I'm so excited to be back with you guys again. For anyone who's seen my last video, you know a little bit about me, but if anyone didn't, my name is Carrie and I am a photographer. I take photos of loads of different things, music, weddings, people, places, and I want to show you guys some of the tips and techniques that photographers use to get really great photographs. The thing I want to teach you guys about today is called framing. Now, whenever we talk about a frame in a photograph, it's literally just that shape of the photo, the rectangle, and your framing is where the things are in that photograph. So instead of just pointing and clicking whenever you're taking a photo, you're getting your screen up, you're really paying attention to where things are, moving as you need to, and making sure that you're really happy with what is in there. That is what framing is. It's all about moving around and getting the best possible angle on things. Now, you've two different types of framing that you can use. Center framing, which is where your subject is in the middle. This works really well for loads of different types of photography. You literally just get your camera up, get your subject right in the middle and take your photo. Now, where this can fall down is if maybe gets a little bit boring if you use it all the time, because all your photographs will start to look the same. Also, you might find that there's something distracting in the background, or maybe there's something that you want to show off in the background, and putting your subject in the middle blocks that out. And that's when you can use another framing technique, which is called rule of thirds. Now, rule of thirds sounds kind of strict, you know, it's called rule of thirds, but it's actually kind of more of a helping hand to figure out how to best frame up your photograph. Put very simply, you want to imagine your photograph split into thirds. You've got the left, the center, and the right. For center framing, you're going to put your subject in the middle. For rule of thirds framing, you'll put your subject off to the left and to the right. This will make a big difference in your photograph. It'll make it look totally different. You can also use it to create a little bit of interest in your photos and a little bit of variety. Rule of thirds can also be used for landscape photos and scenery. So if you're out on your walks or if you're out in your garden, imagine you're walking through a nice park. You'd have your bottom third grass, your middle third trees, and your top third the sky. So it's all about getting balance and getting the right amount of things in your photos. Not too much of the ground or not too much of the sky. So rule of thirds can really help you to make your photos look great. Depending on what device you're using to take a photo, you might actually be able to turn on a rule of thirds grid to help you whenever you're taking your photographs. If you go into your camera and your settings menu, there should be something in there called grid lines, or assistive grid. But don't worry if you can't find it or it isn't there, you can just use your imagination. I want you to start practicing this very quickly just by picking anything near you, something that you can take a photograph of. I want you to take a photo of it in the middle, then move it to either side or move your camera to either side and take a photo of it on the left and the right, just to see the difference that it makes and the type of variation you get in your photographs. After taking a couple of different photos, you've seen that rule of thirds makes your images look really different. You can use it in lots of different ways. It could be if there's a distraction in the background or you want to show something off in the background. Maybe you're taking a photograph of a friend and they're looking to the left, so you want to put them on the right so they're looking into the photo. Loads and loads of different ways to play about with it. I find it's a really good idea to practice taking my photographs in the center and off to the sides as well, just to see the difference that it makes. Photo treasure hunt. I'm going to get you looking for 9 different photographs. So 9 different things that you have to take a picture of. I'm going to give you a little list on one of the screens, but lots and lots of different things to get you looking all around your house, your garden, anywhere so that you can get to, that you can take photos to get you practicing your rule of thirds. So for each subject, I want you to look at it and think, would it look better in the middle, off to the left, or off to the right? And you're going to take the photo that suits. Now, the first thing on your treasure hunt is something old. So I want you to have a think around about your house, look for things that might be old and take a photograph of those. So it's going to get you playing about with the things that you're looking for. Next thing on your photo treasure hunt is something fluffy. So have fun with this one. It can be a pet, it can be a favorite stuffed toy, it can be a rug, it can be a teddy bear. I don't mind at all. as long as it's something lovely and fluffy and you want a photograph that really shows off that great texture. Item number 3 on your photo treasure hunt is something that is your favorite color. So my favorite color is red. So I've dropped a couple of photographs in here as examples. As you can see, my subjects are not in the center of the photo. I've moved them around a little bit using that rule of thirds grid to match it up, and it looks really, really good and adds a little bit of interest. Once you've found something that's your favorite color, you're going to move on to item number 4, which is something yummy that you like to eat. This is a good excuse to get a little bit of a treat, but you have to take a good photograph of it before you get to eat it. Number 5, I'm going to get you looking for shapes. So this time I want you to have a think and see if you can find something round, something that's a circle, and take a photograph of it. Once you've found your something round, you're going to move on to number 6, which is something you can wear. It can be anything you like. It could be your shoes, it could be a jumper, it could be a watch, it could be a hat, it could be your welly boots. I don't mind at all. But you want to get me a nice, interesting photograph of it. Again, thinking about that rule of thirds grid. So for number 7, photography is all about using your eyes, but for this one, I want you to use your nose as well. And I want you to find me a photograph of something that smells nice. Could be flowers, could be something in your garden, could be candles, could be bubble bath, anything you like, as long as it smells really good. And get me a photograph that makes it look the best you possibly can. Number 8 is going to be something that you do for fun. So I want you to have a think about things that you do for fun. It could be playing games, could be the computer, could be reading your favorite book, could be playing with one of your pets, or if you've got a sibling, a brother or sister, something that makes you smile and something that you find fun to do. I want you to get me some photographs that make you really, really happy. And last but not least, number 9, I want you to think about photographing something that begins with the same first letter as your name. So my name is Carrie, which begins with C, so I have a cat, I could do a camera, loads of different things around the house, cactus, clocks. Have a little think. If your name starts with a letter that's a little bit harder, don't be afraid to ask someone around for help as well, but make sure to get that 9th photo for me so we have a collection. Now there was a reason why I picked 9 photographs, not 10, because I wanted to show you how to make something with your photographs afterwards. So hopefully you've had fun playing with the rule of thirds, seeing how different things look. What I wanted to do now was show you guys how to make a collage. Now a collage is simply a collection of photographs or pictures that are all put together so they become one image made up of lots of different smaller images. Now to do that, we're going to use an app that's called Photoshop Express. Now Photoshop Express is a great app, it's free. You will have to download it. It doesn't necessarily come on phones and tablets, and you will probably find that it will ask you to log in. So if you do need to download it, whoever owns the tablet, if there's an adult there with you or the smartphone, bring it to them, ask them to download this and ask them to log in for you, and then you'll be able to use it. Photoshop Express is really, really useful for creating lots of different things. You can do lots of different edits, but today what we're going to do is click on the little blue button down the bottom that has a little square grid in it, and that is our collage option. And we are going to make a collage using the photographs that you have just taken with your rule of thirds grid. You're going to just click with your finger on each photograph that you want to use. So you want to go through, pick them all. Once you get to 9, it won't allow you to select any more, and it will say 9 selected down the bottom, so you know you've picked as many photographs as you need. And obviously you should have one then for each challenge of the photo treasure hunt. Once you've picked your 9 photographs, a little blue arrow will show up at the bottom of the screen, and you're going to tap on that. This is going to bring us to our collage option. So first off, you're going to decide the shape that you want your collage, and looking down the bottom you will see a little selection of templates that you can use. You can either have all your photos the same size, or you can change them so you've got one main image. I don't mind what you do, either is absolutely fine. I'm going to go for all my photographs the same size though. I want to move some of the photos around, so I'm going to click on it with my finger, hold it and drag them across to a different box, and you will see them swapping places. So it's really, really easy to use. If you want to move your photo up or down in the box that it's in, just push on the photo with your finger and then scroll your finger up and down or left and right, and this will move the image around for you. If your photo is a little bit small in the box and you want to make it bigger, put 2 fingers on it and pull them apart and you will see it zoom in. And again, you can use 1 finger then to move that around to get it exactly where you want. Now once you click save on this, you're not going to be able to change it anymore, so you want to make sure to get this right as you work on it and make sure you're happy. I'm pretty happy with this, so what I'm going to do is click on the very last option, which is for borders. Now your border is the white frame around your photograph. It doesn't have to be white, you can change the colour. To do that, you're going to click on the option that says colour. You can scroll through and you'll see loads of different colours here. Pick a colour that you like to have in the background of your photos. I tend to use white, black or grey, but if you've got a nice colour in your photos that works really nicely, you can pop that in behind too. When you're happy with it, there's a little icon that looks like a triangle up the very top right of your screen, and you're going to go in and tap on that. This is going to then give you a couple of different options. The thing right underneath your collage is called a watermark. We're going to set that to none. And then what we're going to do is click the option that says Save to Gallery. Once I click Save to Gallery, it's going to take a little while to load, and then it's going to export my photo out. So if I click back into my gallery where I normally see my photographs, I should see my little collage appearing. And I'm really happy with that. So I hope that you guys have enjoyed doing the trick. And remember, whenever you're taking your photos this week, to keep thinking about that rule of thirds grid and making sure that you've got your subject where it looks best in the photo. If you get any photos that you'd really love to show off or any collages that you're really happy with, we would love to see them. There'll be a screen show up at the very end that will tell you how to send them to us. And I will be back next week to teach you about something else we use as photographers. So in the meantime, keep snapping and I'll see you soon. Bye!